Well, here we are once again with Whole Auckland chapter, and this is a very early on a Tuesday morning, 24th September in fact, and we're heading off to the fabulous Race4Life event held at, for Auckland. It's going to be held at Hampton Downs Motorsport Park, as it was the year before that and the year before that, and we're part of the whole operation there too. A very small part, but we're offering motorbike rides to palliative care patients, their families and caregivers during the course of this day. Now, last year I was lucky enough to go along and I was buzzing for days afterwards, let me tell you. And Hog Auckland chapter as a group has been involved for the last few years. This is my second time through. And the word is getting out amongst the membership on just what a rewarding day this is, not in any other way than just feeling good. And so it was with some great delight that as we're assembling at Z Bombay service station for an 8 a.m. in the morning departure to head down to Hampton Downs, there was something like 24 bikes turned up there ready to help out during the day, and it just made everybody feel real good. There's quite a buzz going on. So as we pull away from Z Bombay, we're heading down the motorway across the Bombay Hills down into the Waikato, and we're going to get ourselves to Hampton Downs and get set up for a great day down there. Now, for those of you who don't yet know what Race4Life is about, it's track days that are held throughout the country. Various locations. There's been, I think, 3 scheduled this year. There was one earlier down in Invercargill at the Teretonga Raceway. There's this one here that we're attending at the end of September at the Hampton Downs, which is kind of for the Auckland, Northland, Waikato region, and anybody else that can come along. And there was a further one, I think, that's just been held beginning of October down in Manfield. So there's 3 of these events. I put the website up on the screen before, and I'll put it in the links below. Race4Life is a not-for-profit trust organisation, and they put on track days for the benefit of palliative care patients, their families and caregivers, to give them a day out, high-octane fun. There's all kinds of things going on, including, but not only limited to, helicopters, race cars, supercars, performance cars, classic cars, Morgan sports cars, motorbikes, of course, that's where we come in, Harley-Davidsons. There are also Spiders, the 3-wheeled motorbike variety, fabulous touring like platform. Gigantic tractors, John Deere's, fire trucks, police cars, you name it. There's just a massive trucks. There's just a huge amount of petrol-oriented thrills for people to go on. It doesn't cost anything for them, and all it costs for the participants, volunteers like us who give their time, is literally that, their time. We go along there, we just get a big kick out of the day, sharing things that we love with people who really just need to have a chance to shine and have the day all about them. And that's Race4Life in a nutshell. And anyway, so it's early in the morning, we've all got together. Like I said, there was a pretty decent sized group of bikes heading out from Z Bombay, and we're just heading down the road a little bit to Hampton Downs Raceway, where we're going to park the bikes and let ourselves get set up. Now, it's only a fairly short ride from Z Bombay, top of the Bombay Hills, down to Hampton Downs. It's just 20-something kilometres. So we've only been riding for about 15 minutes or so, and Hampton Downs is now coming into sight over there to the right-hand side. Weather was awesome this day. We were well prepared for anything. The event does go ahead, rain or shine. Last year's event was a little bit damp, although it did clear up during the day. This one, weather was looking a bit sketchy earlier in the week, but it's turned out to be real good. We didn't get troubled by rain at all during the day. So for those that haven't been there before, there is a Hampton Downs off-ramp. You get on it, you're on Hampton Downs Road, and we then just head straight into the raceway itself. And we're parking up. Last year the bikes were set up by the behind the pit lanes, I suppose, and like a reception auditorium place, and that's where we're heading to with the expectation that's where we'll be set up. So to let you know what's coming up in this video, I am going to be having a little bit of a walk around with the camera before we as we register and check in. There'll be a walk past to the bikes that are looking pretty splendid in a line, and then we'll head out on just one of the rides with one of the guests on board my bike. We did a bit of a loop. We don't actually go on the track itself for the ride with the Harleys. We head up on a little loop, which you'll see, a little circuit. It's about just over 12 k's per round from start to finish. So that's what's coming up. I hope you'll stick around to see what else is coming up. In the meantime, just enjoy as we're rolling on in as a group into Hampton Downs Raceway. Now, looking up on the right hand side there, I saw there were quite a few cars, so I'm guessing that they're either parked there all the time, probably not, or else they're more like volunteers vehicles who are here, that because there's quite a range of volunteers that are coming along here, both for helping out with all manner of things, with helping people get onto rides, vehicles, also food, marshals. There's a coffee provider here. There's just quite a range of volunteers helping out to make this day really special, and this was a fabulous day. It's still a little bit sparse here at the moment. It's only because it's very early. It's probably about 20 past 8 when we rolled in, and the first guests, the patients, the families, caregivers, they're not going to be arriving until, well, all of them, till around about 10 o'clock, 10:30 I think, 10 o'clock. So we've got time to set up, park the bikes, have a bite to eat, grab a coffee, and then we're ready to roll from about 10:30 with the first riders. Anyway, I'll let the commentary lapse now while we very shortly have a walk around to see what's going on. Race4Life, we just arrived, tons of people, and going to check in, sign in, get a lanyard, all of that stuff. Looks like a good day for it. Tons of people here. Everybody's starting to set up. Done the chicken. We're going to put the jersey back on my bike because I'm kind of overdressed now. Got a Race4Life shirt on, new design this year, very happy. And still more people arriving. Bikes are looking awesome. Good looking setup here, eh?
Sure.
Best for last.
So we got it as a present. Every year they give us.
Oh, we get the money.
And a new shirt, Megan.
Yes, it's all happening.
Yeah, we start off with 3 bikes, 16 this year. Okay. Seen the light, eh? Yeah. Well, I also like that. We noticed the difference.
Doing a great job over here, guys. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And we're back. This is a couple of hours later. I think it's probably around 10:30 in the morning. And we're at the motorcycle marshalling area, ready to have the rides. We've just emerged from the reception area where the guests and families were all seated. Fantastic tables. And Viv James, the wonderful organiser from Race4Life Trust, addressed everybody, thanked everybody for coming along, and then gave the microphone over to various representatives to talk about the events that they are part of. With our speaking duties being taken by John Camo, the director for Hog Auckland chapter. Soon after that, we distributed out here, and patients, families, caregivers all dispersed to various places where they want to take a ride, and that's where we are, about to get on board our first passenger for my bike. So we'll just load up. Just coming into camera there, the pink cap. It's fabulous Diona from Hog Auckland chapter. She was the face of the Pink Ribbon Ride 2024 and led the ride out.
Hi.
Here's a shoulder. There it is.
You on? Get your feet on board. Okay. All right, let's go.
Making our way out to the roadway, you can see, you will see during the course of this ride, other riders coming back, having just completed the circuit. Now there is, what are we going to see out there? We're going to see a lot of Harleys, probably. We'll see some Can-Am Spider motorbikes, also the other cars that are out here doing this particular circuit. There's some classic cars like vintage cars, and also the Morgan car club along here. They've got some awesome looking two-seater convertible cars, and one in particular that I didn't see last year is a three-wheeler. A spectacular looking thing, looks like a boat in English racing green. Fabulous looking vehicle. So yeah, all of these rides are on, and what happens is that the guests just come on along, find the marshalling tent, get themselves outfitted with a helmet if that's required. If it's a helmet, then there'll also be a hairnet that goes on top. Keep everybody secure, because we have got some at-risk people that are coming along on these rides today. And out we go. Now, like I mentioned, we're on a public road. This is Whangamarino Road, which kind of leads up towards Rangariri. And we're going to be travelling the length of this road, turning around, coming back. It takes about maybe 10 minutes or so. It's about 12 and a half kilometres from the marshalling area back at Hampton Downs. Out on the ride, back and return, about 12.6k. So what you normally find is that the guests on the back, they've we give them a choice. You know, hey, how do you want to do this? And are we good? And the general signal is, if it's a thumbs up, just keep on going. Just give it what you can. If it's a thumbs down, please start to slow down. But boy, I tell you, there was nobody that wanted us to just take it light along here. Let's put it that way. So we just had a lot of fun, and the smiles, screams of joy was a common thing that I'm just hearing on the back. I was screaming too, because I'm pretty happy and it was just a great day to be out, so we were making a lot of noise coming along here. Good times. Now many of the guests wanted to ride, at least as far as we found with the Harleys, in pairs, and that often happened as well. That, yeah, can we take two? So, you know, there'd be two bikes roll up, and two people that were close to each other in either a familial way or a friendly way wanted to be riding together on this particular route. So it was a lot of fun. There was just a lot of involvement, and we had the number of bikes to be able to easily accommodate those kind of requests. There was very few occasions where people had to wait too long to have a Harley ride, so it worked out really nicely in that way. We were so happy that there were so many chapter members that came along and helped make this day, you know, as happy and joyous as it was for everybody that was involved. Now, Whangamarino Road is really quite a nice road. There's a few little twisty bits. There's some long kind of sweeping chicanes, so you can have a bit of fun with the bike, and while keeping safe, we're also having fun. You know, the guests on the back of the bikes are having a great time. We did have a recon ride after we had our breakfast and before the guests arrived this morning. We arrived, we parked, we ate, we registered, and then we all went out as a group just to have a quick track along the road, just to see, is the road in good shape? Is it wet? Is it slippery? Is it broken up? Or what? And no, the answer was the road condition was absolutely perfect. Now here we are coming up to the end of Whangamarino Road. We bisect with another road, turn left, you're going to head up to Rangariri, loop back round this traffic island. We head back to Hampton Downs, and that's the whole point of it at the moment. I skipped out a little bit there, but it's at that point we generally slow down and say, well, you know, how was it? Was it okay? And get some pretty cool responses back. So, but mostly the delight is just infectious from the back of the bike, and they say, let's do it again. So off we go. Another Harley coming through there. There's probably, I think we see a few more on this return trip, because everybody's out kind of in various stages. So now, as far as guests on the back of the bike goes, I lost count after a while, but later on I did a bit of a count back calculation by how much mileage I'd travelled during the day, and by my reckoning I took about 14 different, well, not about, it was pretty much exactly 14 circuits, so that means 14 different guests on the back of the bike during this day. And when you think that there were 20 plus of us doing this, you can kind of do the sums yourself and realise that there were an enormous amount of people that had rides on Harleys, sometimes a couple of rides, and that's fine too, through the day. We were delivering rides from 10:30 through till around about 3:30 in the afternoon, with a short break for lunch, and it was just, you know, just a lot of fun. The range of ages on my bike, we had probably the youngest young lad was probably 9, 10 perhaps, if that old, perhaps 9 I'd say more like, on the back of the bike, through till advanced stage, gold card holders for sure. So there was a full range in all sizes in between, men, women, boys, girls. It was just a lot of fun, and a lot of people got a really good Harley experience through the day. So, and that's what it's all about. And I think I might have mentioned at the beginning that this is a rain or shine event. Last year's event was equally awesome, equally fun. Did start out a little bit wet. The morning session, the roads were still pretty wet. It had been raining pretty good during the morning. But you know, it's rain or shine. We're going ahead no matter what. And by contrast, this year was the complete opposite. We didn't have one single spit of rain on the road, and the roads were dry. Fabulous conditions were awesome, and that really helped too to kind of complete the day and make it well, it was the cherry on top of the day, let's put it that way. And as we're coming around this last turn here to get off Whangamarino Road and onto Hampton Downs Road, we are coming back to the raceway, of course. You'll remember we came up here when we arrived much earlier this morning, and I guess it's time to reflect on the day. This was right at the beginning of the ride schedule for me, so there's a whole day of riding to go on, and then after that, after everyone starts to disperse at the end of the day, the patients go, and then there's just the packing down going on, and we all then ride off. The fabulous Race4Life Trust volunteers are disassembling the marshalling area, putting away all of the helmets that they brought along, and we're free to just ride off and carry on with that day. And we head back down the motorway, stopped at a place nearby at Mercer to have a regroup and a think and just a general exchange of stories, and a lot of smiles and laughter talking about the day and what a great time it was. So, in summary, would I do it again? Yeah, in a heartbeat. Looking forward to next year's event already, and maybe there'll be more bikes there, maybe not, but whoever comes along, I can guarantee you they're going to have just the time of their lives, and they'll be buzzing about it for a long time afterwards, that's for sure. Anyway, on that note, we'll just close down the commentary as we bring it back in. We can see that the event's in full swing now. This is kind of early in the morning. There's the John Deeres, the big tractors are out, the fire engine's got all its lights flashing, the ambulance as well, the police are there. And on the other side of the pit lane building there is the track work going on with high-speed performance cars just ripping around the track, having an absolute time of their lives. There's some Morgans there to the left, Can-Ams there, a few Harleys, and yeah, what a day. So happy to be a part of it. Thank you, Viv James, the Race4Life Trust, for letting us be part of this absolutely special day. Take care out there, ride safe, see you next time.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, no, I'll be good. I just
Make it.
Thank you so much. That was really neat. Thank you. Oh, that was so cool.
You can have a little bit of a rest. I don't think there's anybody waiting. Yeah.